Tonight only on Fox, an artist who finds inspiration in helping homeless pets.
The Sedona artist dedicates his work to animals in a unique way. It begins with a snap of a camera and ends with a colorful canvas of hope. Photojournalist John Netzel introduces us to Ron Burns.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. You're posing. Great. Right here. I find most of my inspiration from the shelters and from the photographs I get from shelters. Oh, look at the eyes on that one. If you ever go to a shelter, they're just great cats and dogs there waiting for a home. Whenever we travel around the country, I try to have a camera with me and take the opportunity whenever I can to visit a shelter and photograph the shelter cats and dogs. Look at you, you're pretty friendly. You seem pretty, look at you. One time when I took a little time off and went out on a road trip to visit another city, I decided to take a little bit of that time and run down to the local shelter to photograph some cats and dogs. So I photographed the dogs and cats at that shelter, came back to the studio and painted a bunch of those cats and dogs, and shortly thereafter went and did a show, an art show in Los Angeles, and those paintings were an immediate success and a nice hit. And so I took a percentage from the sale of those paintings and wrote a check back to the shelter to say thank you for allowing me to come and meet their cats and dogs and paint them. And to this day, that's now what I do.
If you wait for me, then I'll come for you. Although I've traveled far, I always hold a place for you in my heart.
I think what I do is take the emotion of the animals, turn that into color and apply it to the canvas. I believe in giving back to whatever it is that helps you in your life and inspires you in your life. Painting for me is such a release and a joyous thing to do that it just didn't seem as though that was the whole reason for painting, and the final conclusion was to just get a painting done and get it into a gallery and sell it. It was really that I could do something to help the shelters or do something for the animals. And that, for me, is more of the conclusion of the whole process.
And say you'll hold a place for me in your heart, a place for me in your heart.
Great stuff. Photographer John Netzel. In addition to working with numerous charities, Ron Burns is also the artist in residence for the Humane Society of the United States. He also paints for pet owners on a commission basis. If you want to find out more about his work, you can log on to www.ronburns.com.
What a big heart. Well, tomorrow night at 9 only on Fox, investigators are still puzzled over